So let's watch the young superstar rise. He's flying. He will be Gout of this.
What exactly did Gout Gout just announce that has the sprinting world in a frenzy? At just 16, his latest move isn't just big, it's a complete game changer. In the world of track and field, breaking records isn't just about speed, it's about legacy. And right now, that legacy is being shaken by a teenager named Gout Gout. You might not have heard his name before, but what he just did on the track has everyone watching. Gout Gout isn't just fast, he's record-breaking fast. At just 16, this Australian sprinter did something no one in his age group has ever done. He shattered Usain Bolt's long-standing 200-meter record for under 18 athletes.
Legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world.
Let's rewind for a second. Back in 2003, a young Usain Bolt ran the 200 meters in 20.13 seconds. That was the fastest time ever recorded by a 16-year-old, and it stood unchallenged for over 2 decades. That is until December 20th, 24, when Gout Gout stepped onto the track at the Australian All-Schools Championships. With the crowd buzzing and the cameras rolling, Gout clocked an unbelievable 20.04 seconds. Let that sink in. He didn't just edge past Bolt's time, he crushed it. And suddenly, this soft-spoken kid from Queensland was making global headlines. But that wasn't the whole story. In the 100 meters, Gout was just as explosive. He ran a wind-assisted 10.04 seconds in the heats. And while that time doesn't count officially due to the wind, it was a serious statement. Then he followed up with a legal 10.17 seconds in the final, breaking the Australian under 18 record. And this wasn't just a one-off. Gout's been consistently putting down world-class times, and coaches around the globe are starting to take notice. So, who exactly is Gout Gout? Born in Ipswich, Queensland, to South Sudanese parents, Gout started off in soccer. But it didn't take long before his blistering speed caught the attention of coaches who urged him to switch to track. It was a gamble, but it paid off big. His progression has been nothing short of electric. Every season, he's shaved off time, outpacing older and more experienced runners. And what really sets him apart isn't just his raw talent, it's how calm and focused he is under pressure. At just 16, he carries himself like a pro. And now, big names are getting involved. Gout recently signed a major sponsorship deal with Adidas. That alone would be huge for any athlete, let alone a teenager. But there's more. He's headed to Florida to train with Olympic champion Noah Lyles. That's like a rising young actor suddenly going to work under the mentorship of Denzel Washington. You don't get those opportunities unless people truly believe you're the real deal. So what's next for the teenage phenomenon? Gout is aiming for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo. It's an ambitious goal, but no one's counting him out. If his current trajectory continues, he could very well be lining up alongside the world's fastest men in just a few months. And beyond that, he's got his sights set on the 2032 Olympics in Brisbane, a dream that feels more and more likely every day. But with great speed comes great pressure. Comparisons to Usain Bolt are flattering, sure, but they also set a sky-high bar. Bolt wasn't just fast. He was a showman, a record breaker, and a global icon. Gout is different. He's quieter, more reserved. But he lets his running do the talking, and right now, it's shouting one message. The sprinting world has a new contender. The buzz isn't just about what he's done, it's about what he might do next. Scouts and analysts are already debating how far he could go. Could he break the 10-second barrier in the 100 meters as a teenager? Could he one day threaten Bolt's senior world records? These questions seemed impossible a year ago. Now, they're very real. And it's not just the speed that's got people talking. Gout represents something bigger. A new generation of athletes from diverse backgrounds redefining what the future of sprinting looks like. His story, from a soccer-loving kid in Queensland to the fastest 16-year-old on the planet, is one of opportunity, ambition, and sheer talent. But don't blink, because this race is just getting started. As Gout Gout prepares to step onto the world stage, one thing's for sure. The legacy of sprinting is about to get a whole lot faster. And if you thought Usain Bolt was untouchable, think again. Hit that subscribe button, drop a comment with your predictions, and don't forget to like the video if you think he's the next sprinting legend. This journey's just getting started, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. This is Eliud Kipchoge. the man who many consider to be the greatest marathoner of all time. His legacy stands at a critical turning point as he approaches the 2025 London Marathon. In the 2019 London Marathon, Kipchoge won his fourth London title, officially winning this race more than any other male athlete before him. But the manner in which he won this marathon was just shocking. For the opening half, Kipchoge split a time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 37 seconds, still running right next to many of the world's best marathoners. But for the final half marathon, Kipchoge dropped the hammer with a closing half in 61 minutes flat. For his final 2 miles, this is where he really went crazy, dropping a split of 8 minutes and 56 seconds. The best marathon there has ever been dominates. Kipchoge really proved his untouchable status on this London course. Now 6 years in the past, and my goodness, did he ever make it look easy. After breaking the world record yet again in Berlin in 2022, and then winning his second Olympic title in the Tokyo Marathon, many speculated that this man just might be untouchable until the day that he retires. However, like all things, what goes up must come down. In the 2023 Boston Marathon, Kipchoge took a pretty significant loss, only placing 6th and finishing more than 3 minutes behind the eventual winner, Evans Chebet. At 38 years old, Kipchoge was no longer the unbeatable athlete that crushed his competition by minutes and minutes. He was now officially just another very talented marathoner.
All right, Elliot, welcome back to London. I know you spoke in the press conference earlier. Last year was a difficult season for you with your marathons. Why do you think that was? What do you think went wrong last year?
I don't think there was a big mistake, but you know, when you train for 5 months and you don't get the result, and you know, then that's a big challenge. And you know, a lot was going on, and but all in all is that I have woke up, go to training every day, and I'm ready for Sunday.
This rather abrupt halt in his true dominance in the marathon took an even steeper dive downwards when it came to the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. For the first time in his career, Kipchoge wasn't even able to finish, citing extreme pain in his hips and back. He was actually driven away from the course just after passing 30 kilometers. Seeing this happen to such a talented athlete was not only shocking, but quite devastating. For more than 10 straight years, Kipchoge was the voice of inspiration and determination around the running world. If he had managed to win this Olympic marathon, he would have been the first athlete in history to win 3 marathon titles. However, time itself truly appeared to be Eliud Kipchoge's biggest rival. This brings us to 2025. In this year's London Marathon, we officially have one of the deepest and most anticipated races in marathon history. The incredible talent that will be assembled this Sunday to attack the streets of London is absolutely outstanding.
Do you still feel like you're healthy? Like
Yes, I'm healthy.
Yeah?
Yes.
And your sessions, do you run them, I mean, are you running them as fast as you used to when you were in world record shape? Are they the same or are they any different now?
I'm running in a good way. Finishing my session is in a good way, in a happy way. Yeah.
What would be, you know, what would be a good race for you, a good result for you on Sunday?
I think I want to run a beautiful and a good result. So I want to run with the fast people, and you know, the results I'm getting in, I will be satisfied, move on.
In today's press conference just a few hours ago, Kipchoge has left the world once again super excited about the prospects of his running this weekend. When inquired about this year's London expectations, Kipchoge was once again quite cryptic about his goals. He said he was looking to run a beautiful marathon. He talked about how his training has never really changed, and he was very optimistic about running this weekend. But then he was asked about the expected pace for this year's London race, as it was recently announced that the lead pacers are expected to hit an opening half marathon in around 61 minutes or slightly slower. Here was his response to this question. Opening half split will be around 61 low, I would think. Is that still a pace you feel comfortable running? Absolutely yes! This expression, this slight smirk on his face tells me that Kipchoge still has some unbelievable speed in his legs. It's also quite a rarity to see Kipchoge answering a question this directly. In recent marathons, whenever Kipchoge is discussing exact paces, exact time goals, or anything that requires exact numbers, he will not give away anything. He will just say that he's looking to run fast, he's feeling good, and his training is typically going well. But this response could mean that Kipchoge is actually in amazing fitness right now. Given that his training has recently been outstanding as usual, running about 120 miles per week, I can only imagine that Kipchoge might have another quick time for us.
Is that still a pace you feel comfortable running?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Have you changed anything in your training as you've gotten older? You've been running the marathon for over 10 years now.
Not at all. I have never changed anything. I still love running. I still love actually to stretch in training, to feel where my body can be.
Now, going out in, let's say, 61 minutes and 15 seconds for the opening half would put them right at an expected pace of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds for the finish. This is already incredibly quick. A time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds would already place you in the top 7 all-time for the marathon. Given the insane quality of this year's men's marathon and the good weather that is expected for this coming Sunday, I think it's pretty likely that we will see at least one athlete running a 2:02.
Yeah. And we have Jacob Kiplimo is making his debut.
Yes.
He's the world record holder in the half marathon. What do you think he's capable of running in the marathon?
I think he's capable of running anything. He has a good mind of trying to take any challenge. He's capable of running anything.
We also have the 2 hour and 2 minute marathoner and last year's Valencia champion Sebastian Sawe. We've got the 2024 Olympic marathon champion Tamaret Tola from Ethiopia. There's another 2:02 athlete in Timothy Kiplagat. And one of the biggest wildcards in marathon history that will be running this Sunday as well is none other than Jacob Kiplimo from Uganda, the half-marathon world record holder. He ran a shocking 56:42 earlier this season, which was genuinely one of the most surreal road racing performances I have ever seen, as he obliterated the previous record by 48 seconds. The full men's field includes a total of 10 runners with PBs under 2 minutes 5 seconds. Given that the weather is looking absolutely ideal, there's even more of a chance that we will see a quick race. Currently, the forecast for this Sunday has a starting temperature right around 47 degrees Fahrenheit. There's also a 0% chance of rain, and the wind is also expected to be practically nothing, meaning that all lights will be green for a very fast marathon. No athlete in London history has ever won the marathon a total of 5 times. If Kipchoge could somehow pull off this victory, he would once again be entering into legendary territory. But this really does seem as though it will be extremely challenging given the incredible depth. But there's also another goal that I am sure has crossed Kipchoge's mind, and that is the Masters Marathon world record. Currently, the man that holds the 40 years and older world record in the marathon is none other than one of Kipchoge's good friends, Kenenisa Bekele, an athlete that has been racing against Kipchoge since the early 2000s. Bekele was actually originally slated to run in this year's London Marathon, but he sadly dropped out just a few days ago, citing injury and training difficulties over the past few months. Bekele's current Masters record stands at 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 15 seconds, which he actually ran in last year's London Marathon. For that race, Bekele was actually 41 when he ran this. This finish equates to an overall pace of 4 minutes and 44 seconds per mile, or 2 minutes and 56 seconds per kilometer. So if Kipchoge does want to run this time, he is going to have to run a very solid race, and he will likely be in the top 4 if he does this, given that he responded so positively to running an opening half marathon in 61, which equates to a pace of 4 minutes and 39 seconds per mile. My guess is that Kipchoge definitely has this Masters world record on his mind. And how poetic would it be for him to break a record from Kenenisa Bekele? Given the incredible expected weather and the historically deep field set to run this Sunday, I really do believe that the winning time will be at least 2 hours, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But my gut tells me it'll be slightly closer to 2 hours, 2 minutes flat.
And there they go, clean start. Braden Williams with the start we expected, and Dylan Mitchell as well. And looks like Braden Williams is going to get that.
The track and field world has been left completely stunned after 18-year-old Braden Williams shattered expectations with an astonishing 9.82-second performance in the 100 meters at the Class 6A Region 2 meet in Texas. This extraordinary achievement has not only rewritten the record books, but fundamentally changed what experts believe possible for high school sprinters in America. When Williams' time flashed on the scoreboard, the crowd erupted in disbelief. To put this performance in perspective, his 9.82-second run is faster than Noah Lyles' winning time of 9.83 seconds at the 2023 World Championships. For years, breaking the 10-second barrier seemed an insurmountable challenge for high school athletes, with Trentavis Friday's 10.00 seconds in 2014 standing as the closest approach until recently. The landscape of junior sprinting experienced its first seismic shift in April 2024 when Christian Miller from Creekside High School in northern Florida ran 9.93 seconds under legal wind conditions at the Pure Athletics Elite Invitational. Miller's breakthrough made him the first high school athlete in history to officially break the 10-second barrier, a feat considered revolutionary at the time. Many experts predicted his mark would stand for years, if not decades. Miller's remarkable 2024 season included breaking 10 seconds 2 additional times. He culminated his high school career by running 9.98 seconds at the U.S. Olympic trials, finishing 5th and narrowly missing the Olympic team. His consistent sub-10 performances established him as the second fastest junior athlete under 20 in history, just behind Letsile Tebogo's 9.91 from 2022. Following his record-breaking high school career, Miller made a significant career decision. Despite signing with the University of Georgia, he bypassed collegiate competition to turn professional with Puma, the same sponsor that supported sprint legend Usain Bolt. Miller articulated his ambition clearly. "Last year I was trying to be one of the best sprinters in high school. Now I'm trying to be the best in the world." His professional debut has already proven promising. At a recent season opener in Florida, Miller clocked 10.02 seconds, defeating established professional and Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend, Christian Coleman, 10.06, while finishing behind only Olympian Courtney Lindsay, 9.97. Just when Miller's 9.93 seemed untouchable, Braden Williams has completely shattered that mark with his 9.82 run, a full 0.11 seconds faster, representing an enormous margin in sprint events where championships are often decided by mere hundredths of a second. However, there's one significant caveat to Williams' spectacular performance. The wind during his race was measured at plus 6.0 meters per second, substantially above the legal limit of plus 2.0 meters per second required for record recognition. One commentator described the conditions as basically a typhoon kind of tailwind. Due to this excessive wind assistance, Williams' time won't count as the official national record, though it stands as the fastest ever run under any conditions by a high school athlete. But wait, there is more. Track experts have calculated that with legal wind conditions, Williams likely would have run approximately 9.96 seconds with no wind, or around 9.88 seconds with the maximum legal tailwind. While these wind-adjusted estimates aren't exact science, they strongly suggest Williams would have broken the 10-second barrier even under standard conditions. Still a remarkable achievement for an 18-year-old. Interestingly, this wasn't Williams' first venture into sub-10 territory. Just 1 month before his 9.82 performance, he clocked 9.99 seconds, though again with a slightly illegal wind reading of plus 2.6 meters per second. This pattern of exceptional performances with wind readings just over the legal limit has become a frustrating trend in junior sprinting globally. In Australia, 17-year-old sensation Gout Gout has experienced similar circumstances, breaking both the 10-second and 20-second barriers with wind readings just beyond legal limits. As one commentator lamented, "Dear wind, please chill out," acknowledging that while the times are extraordinary, legal marks would make them officially record-worthy.
Gout Gout has broken the magical 20-second barrier as he took the 200-metre title at the Australian Athletics Championships in Perth, the teenager's biggest threat in the final.
Though Williams' 9.82 stands as the fastest high school time ever recorded, The fastest wind-aided junior time belongs to Trayvon Brommel, who ran 9.77 seconds with a plus 4.2 meters per second wind in 2014. A month after that performance, Brommel backed it up with a win-legal 9.97 to win the NCAA title, becoming the first junior to officially break 10 seconds.